What it do, my gente? Your boys coming through once again. And on today's video, man, I got a crazy ass story for you guys. Imagine Mexico invading Guatemala. Boy, this is what happened, I believe 2 days ago or yesterday. Yes, yesterday, man. Before we continue with this video and tell you what happened, do not forget to hit the like and comment. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button real quick. It does not cost you nothing. And at the end of the day, you're just helping the channel, which we do highly appreciate it. So, this happened in the border between Mexico and Guatemala, right? I believe it's Chiapas. The state is border to Guatemala. And Chiapas is going through a very tough time, right? Like some parts of Mexico, right? They actually built some kind of special force in 2024 that has to do with trying to fight those groups, right? That they're causing chaos on the cities, on the little towns and stuff like that. It's more little towns. And they got, this is the elite team, right? They got blindados, like tanks and everything, you know, like those SWAT teams, tanks. They're souped up, right? But there's a lot of people who have pushed a blame on this. You know how everything's gonna go, right? There's always gonna point fingers. Nobody's perfect. That okay, well, these cops did it to us because of whatever, and it's a never ending game, right? So on this occasion, I don't know if it happened yesterday, I believe, the Mexican special or elite team, right, from Chiapas, like a cop elite team, cop unit, they're following some, we're just gonna call them sicarios. They got in a shootout with some sicarios, and they got in a shootout with some sicarios, right? They follow them all the way to the city, not to the city of Guatemala, but crossing the Guatemalan border, right? So one tank was the first one to make it over there, right? One of those trucks that are blindadas, and of course there's gonna be like what, two cops possibly right there. They get stopped by the police from Guatemala right there. The police from Guatemala order them to get down. Right now they're in Guatemala territorio. They order them to come down. Eventually, the military, one of those jeeps from the militar from Guatemala, arrived there. They got down. They're ordering that Mexican police, right, inside this tank, this little tank, to get out. The sicarios are around there telling them to get out, right? They just crossed to a different country, illegal. You know, you can't do that. And then, guess what happens? It seems like they open the door. So everybody's pointing at the cops with these long rifles, right? Assault rifles. Tell them to get out. It seems like they want to hijack the blindada, right? It seems like they wanted to hijack. There's all this kind of footage out there showing how everything's unfolding and shit. And then you start seeing the cops, the sicarios, the military getting nervous, right? Because they see the trucks coming to aid this one truck, right? So there's two trucks coming through, right? So you see one just coming through the side, and everybody just run back. Once everybody just run back, they start shooting at the truck. Boom, 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 boom. The first truck that was right there stuck, that they opened the door, he backed up, got away. And then out of nowhere, a third truck comes through and hits a vehicle that was from the sicarios. Hits it by side. Boom. Now, that truck is getting shot at, right? From the cops, the militares, and the sicarios. All in combined against the Mexican police, right? That truck ended up hitting reverse, but left the other truck stuck with the vehicle on the side, so he can't move. He's like, damn, fuck. So everybody starts shooting at that truck, like boom, 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 boom. Imagine at that moment, you're in that blindada, and they start shooting at you. What do you do, man? It seems like that truck is stuck, right? And at that moment, what is gonna cross your mind? I can only imagine what the first truck was going through. You know, when they opened the door, that guy did some dumbass move, because all they had to do is just blast them, and that was it. But for some reason, they stopped. They didn't do it. And now this one truck is stuck. They're shooting at this one. As a matter of fact, one of the militares one of the army guys from Guatemala, got in top of the Jeep and used whatever weapon they have on top of the Jeep. I don't know if it was like a 50 cal or whatever. And that thing starts shooting at the blindada. And you see the impacts of those bullets hitting that truck. Boom, 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 boom. That is a scary moment, man. No matter how, no matter how blindada that your truck is or you believe it is, that thing is a scary moment. Because I'm pretty sure that guy just took cover, probably dropped on the floor or something, and that thing was just going at it. Boom, 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 boom. Eventually, on the video, we don't see the no Mexicans shot at the sicarios, at the army people, at the policemen. We don't see that on the videos. But eventually, there was reports in where they say that in this confrontamiento, there was actually 4 sicarios unalive by the Mexican police. I don't know if they came back afterwards to finish it, or to at least to help the other truck that seemed to be stuck. Now, let's just think about this, man, because those cops made a clear violation. Apparently, they were chasing them all the way from Chiapas, and this guy made it across to Guatemala, right? So the cops didn't end the chase, and they went into the different country, right? And where they're received by the cops and eventually the military from that country, right? Which is honestly respectable. They're supposed to do that. But now when they're working with the sicarios, it's like, hold on, what's going on right here? So now the president of the Mexico and the president, vice president from Guatemala are basically putting their what they think about the situation. And I believe the president of Guatemala is basically saying that they were just doing what they're supposed to do. They're not bringing up the facts that sicarios was with the militar and the cops, but the vice president is just saying that the cops and the militares did what they had to do, which, I mean, you can agree with that. But then when you see those videos and actually understand that there was actually sicarios right there too, shooting at the cops, that's like, oh, kind of fishy, man. So I don't know what you guys think about this, man, because of course Mexico, those cops were in violation, invading Guatemala just to chase a bunch of sicarios who've been creating chaos and who've been creating chaos in Chiapas. I believe like 2-3 days prior to that, they unalived 5 cops, the same people. So this was a follow through of the investigations. Eventually they caught these individuals, they chased them, and they crossed to Guatemala, and where they got into a shootout. What do you think about this? Do you think now the thing about this is that the Mexican police, I'm pretty sure, violated protocol, right? They cannot go to a different country and chase whoever they were chasing. But again, it's like, but again, it's like, man, if you already have them right there, might as well just finish the job, right? See, it is funny because I believe like a week ago, something around the same magnitude happened right here where it happened. Something around the same magnitude happened right here where I live. Something around the same magnitude happened right here where I live, and where there was a retén, right? And 2 trucks, there were orders to stop, right? These guys didn't stop. They start going on a high-speed chase, right? So as they're trying to get away, individuals will come out of the windows, shoot at the cops, in hopes that they'll stop chasing them, right? Eventually, and help them, and they got away. Eventually, a couple days later, they found their vehicles, they found their weapons and stuff like that, but they never found the guys. So it's like, to what extent should cops take on the chase, right? A lot of people are gonna agree with, you know what, take it all the way, or once it start getting dangerous, stop. But this is an interesting story that is causing a lot of headlines right here in Mexico, because they invaded Guatemala, and I'm pretty sure it has happened in the past. But to have footage of this, man, is something crazy. But let me know what you think about this, man. With this being said, we are out to next video. Muchas gracias. Saludos a todos. Have a good one.